Hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing today? So, I think I might have found my mojo back of doing daily live streams, and I'm gonna be trying to continue it for the next 30 days, maybe more, or maybe for like up until December. Who knows? Who knows? But still, I'm gonna try. Anyways, guys, today what we are gonna be making, we are actually gonna be making Ichigo sword from Bleach, and I'm talking about the latest Bleach, not the OG one, cause in the new Bleach, Ichigo actually has two swords, and we are gonna be modeling that, and also we're gonna be texturing it, lighting it, creating the environment, and rendering it out, all in one stream. So it's gonna be a bit of a challenge, but hey, the love and support that you guys give me, I can do anything with that. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's begin. So let me just switch my screen over here and fix my chair and my posture for a second. And also we have one of our good friends over here, Fawad, in the Discord. So Mr. Fawad, how are you doing today?
Music is personal. Have the power to set the tone from start to stop with Spotify Premium.
Mr. Fawad?
Listen to all your favorite playlists and albums in any order.
Hello,
And
hello, hello.
download anytime or
Sorry,
stay
Hello.
offline
No worries, no
I'm doing
worries.
great, thank you.
ad breaks. Just
Same
unsubscribe
over
to
here,
listen
same over here.
Tap the banner to learn more.
Okay, so I'm just trying to readjust everything over here. And ladies and gentlemen, look who's back. Look who's back. After a long, long while,
Ali,
one of my bestest friends just came back.
Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone.
Walaikum assalam, Ali. It's been a while since you joined one of our live streams. Where have you been?
I've been busy in my job as well, and I've been busy creating my own stuff. Didn't really get time to actually join this thing. But I'm really sorry for that, but I'll
Hey,
be
no
here soon.
worries. I mean, guys, let me just tell you one thing. Behind the scenes, what Ali is making right now, you guys are in for a real treat. So, where can they find you, Ali?
Well, obviously on Instagram and Behance. I mean, I'll just drop the bomb all of a sudden.
Uh,
So let's just wait for a while, see what I'm up to.
yep. So, if you guys want to
Basically,
follow Ali,
everyone knows that what I'm trying to do. But for you
yep.
guys, let's just wait for a while.
So, guys, I'm gonna be posting Ali's Instagram in the first pinned comment. So, go and follow him. And with that out of the
Okay.
way, I'm gonna be turning off my cam and sharing my entire screen over here. Now, let's start with these swords over here. So, what I'm gonna be doing is deleting everything, going to the top view, adding in our reference images. And I'm not gonna
What
be
are we?
switching. I'll show you, Ali. Just let me import them. We're gonna be making these swords from Bleach. It's basically an anime.
Okay, okay. But the model looks good.
Yep, this is gonna be an enjoyable one.
Yep. I can,
So,
visualize each and every lighting setup you're gonna do over
I mean,
here.
I'm gonna be doing like an outdoor scene for this one, more so like a war zone sort of thing. Not talking about Call of Duty.
Okay, okay. Whenever we say war zone, God comes in first.
I know, bro. I know.
So Fawad, how have you been, man? Hey, Fawad. Okay, it's not here.
Or maybe he's ignoring you.
Maybe, maybe. It's fine. We can. Okay.
Okay, so right now, guys, what I'm actually doing is I added a single vertex and I'm tracing out the shape.
Mhm.
Yeah, his internet went off.
Yes. Walked over here doesn't really like us sitting together.
Yo, by the way, where's Hussein?
I'm not sure about him. I mean, called him 10 minutes ago and it didn't really attend the call. He'll be here in a while, or maybe he's just gonna sleep.
We'll have to see.
Mm. Or we can simply, turn on the stream and let's see if he comes in. If a call, he's always available.
Okay, let's press F. Select everything and press F again. And we got the basic shape.
Mm.
Now we need to make this inset. But before we do that, let's just save the file before anything else happens. Okay, now let's select everything, extrude it up a bit. Now with the extruded part, I'm gonna be making the sharp edge.
We duplicated the edges over there, or what is his?
Ah, no, I basically extruded it upwards.
That's real spot mastery. I guess
Yes.
Zada is also gone for sleeping.
Yeah, he was saying he's a bit tired today. I was like, okay, take some rest. I mean, dude, just because of the weather nowadays, everyone is tired.
Yes, you can say that as well, but the kind of work we do, being 3D artists, it's kind of too hectic that even without any sort of influence from the weather, we get tired all the time. It's not an easy job for us.
I get your point, bro. I get your point.
It is creative, it is fun, but when it comes to that part where you get burnout, damn, that's you can't really say anything.
Okay, we got that done. Now what we're gonna be doing is taking this, going to one, and now we're gonna be bringing out the knife tool, and we're gonna be butchering the topology.
Hmm. And why are we doing this again? I mean, butchering the topology over here.
So that we don't get shading issues.
But aren't these triangles or, I mean,
They are triangles
mhm.
because we're doing subdev modeling right now.
Sorry guys, I'm not a good modeling person, so I have to ask these stupid questions. I'm just an amateur. Don't judge me.
Don't be sorry, bro. Don't be sorry.
You've got to be, honest. There's certain skill sets that you're good at, and there's certain skills that you don't. Like, I guess, you can simply have people around you who can help you out, but it isn't really necessary for you to learn each and everything.
Sounds like a skill issue
One
to
man,
me.
no, it isn't. At a certain point, when you get attached by so many projects at the same time, things like this happen. And obviously, my interest was in animation, so I never really, looked at modeling. It was kind of technical as well,
Mm,
and I didn't really, want to spend that much time, or maybe I didn't want my brain to stop draining. So,
I get, bro. I
also,
get.
okay, we have Azad down there in audience.
We got Uzair. How you doing, Uzair? Just give me a second. I'll just put him up on the stage. Let me just finish this one up. And Uzair, come up on the stage. Hey, Uzair, how are you doing?
Hey, hey man, how are you?
Oh, dude, you're a bit too loud for me. You're a bit too loud. I'm doing good.
You are good. So, what are you cooking today?
I'm basically making these swords from bleach.
Basically, it's
Man,
creating, the tools that we use while cooking. So, Azad,
good thing from good anime.
Yep, shade smooth. And we are done with the basic shape already. So now what we are going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the sword and adding in a mirror modifier.
That's looking very amazing. You did a
Hey,
great job.
thanks, brother.
So, the guy is cooking something big nowadays.
Yep. I mean, this is big. This is like 4 feet long.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't mean that.
Okay. Okay.
Azad,
Now, go ahead, Ali. Go ahead. What are
Why,
you saying?
why are you measuring the length? I'm curious.
Okay. That's actually a really good question. So, for everyone who's watching right now, why you should have the real world scale in mind? It's because of one reason. Because whenever you're going to be doing lighting or you're going to be working with cameras, whether it be cycles or it be octane or even EV at this point, to get the best results out of your lighting, you need to know the real world scale. So yeah, Uzair, this is why I'm measuring it.
Okay, okay. Thanks a lot for hearing my concern.
Wait, did you really thought I was gonna make a joke about it?
No, no, I didn't really meant that. Like, I was just being honest.
I know, bro.
being honest about what?
He
And
was
Azad is gone.
he was basically concerned about the size. If you catch my drift.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
because
this
size matters.
nice. Hey, Azad, okay.
Anyways,
No,
so
man, I mean, like, if you are making something, then you should have an idea, like, what's the thing, geometry. If you don't know about geometry, then it may not be look realistic and all. Do you get my point?
yep, we get your point. So now, guys, let's make the second sword. We're done with the first one, and it's gonna be the same process. I'm gonna be adding in a single vertex over here. And by the way, if you guys see like a lot of these things, and you're wondering, why don't I have those options? Well, it's pretty simple. You need to go to Edit, Preferences, and look for Extra Objects. I have both enabled right now for curves plus the mesh as well. because I use them on a daily basis. So if you cannot find them, they're over there. So let me just extrude this.
How come you thought about making this thing?
Sorry, sir, what?
I said, like, how do you got an idea about making this thing like the model?
Like making this model in this specific way?
Yep. Yes. No, no, that's not specific way. Like, have you done any Q&A on Instagram? So the guy requested this thing, or you are making on your own?
No, actually, Osama gave me this idea. He was like, bro, I really want to see a render of the bleach swords, the one that Ichigo has. I was like, sure, why not?
Okay.
I mean, Uzair, if you have any sort of anime weapon that you want to see recreated in 3D, we could also do that in the next stream.
Damn, damn. I'll search it up and then let you know.
Gotcha, brother.
Yes, cause I haven't saw Bleach yet.
You're missing out, bro. You are missing out.
I'm missing out what?
I said you're missing out if you haven't watched Bleach. I mean, I watched the old Bleach when they came out originally, but the new one is still on my playlist. I haven't watched it yet.
Yes, my brother is watching the Bleach and he says that it's so underrated.
I know. So let me just align these over here. Uh, my bad.
Where are the other boys?
Mm, I mean, bro, some are sleeping right now, some are working.
And one guy is watching Crunchyroll.
Yep,
You know, you know which guy?
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, the goat is in Hangout right now. We also have Mr. Fawad.
I'll just bring him up on the stage in a sec. Shade smooth. And Fawad, come up on the stage.
You Fawad.
So, thank you again. So
Yo
now,
Fawad, what's up? How are you doing?
I think my mic is on. You can hear me?
Yep, we
Yes,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Loud
Okay,
and
thank
clear.
you.
Okay, we got the details done. And now it's time to butcher the topology again. Okay, I think we might have an issue over here.
Hey Hassan bro, I have a question.
Yo,
Is there any way to optimize the rendering time in baking any simulation just as water and all that stuff? And personally, when I was rendering that, then my on that at that time my GPU wasn't using that much, and although my CPU usage was very much high. Like I don't know what's the problem.
okay, so bro, it's actually a Blender fault. It's not something that we can control right now, because basically at this point in time, Blender uses CPU for baking your simulations and doing it. Unlike Cinema 4D, Cinema 4D actually uses GPU to do all of your simulations. So in that regards, Cinema 4D is better.
Okay, so this is a thing in which we have no control, right? We have
Yep,
to compromise.
yes sir. But yet again, you can do one thing. What you could do is you could use an external software like Embergen and make your simulations over there and then export it out as a VDB or an Alembic file and then re-import it over here in Blender.
Okay, then how much there is a time difference? Like,
Probably like 75% more faster.
damn, I'm definitely gonna try it.
Bro, you should. Okay, what is the issue? I mean, this part is clean, but oh, okay, now I get it. No. Okay, now I'll put this over here. And I'll select these parts over here.
Hey, you are alive for how much time?
Probably like an hour.
Got it.
Why do you wanna play Warzone?
My Warzone is like fucking up, bro. You know that.
Ah,
Hey,
guys,
control.
if you want his Warzone to work again, hit the like button.
Yes. Hit the like button. What's the like target?
Probably for this live stream, I'm thinking like 20.
How much?
Yo, 20 is nothing, I guess. You should aim for 200 because your audience is very much interested in your work. And I'm damn
Hmm.
sure that they'll like.
Okay then. Let's see who's right over here. I say the target should be 10 and Uzair is saying 20. So let's see how much you guys love us.
Yes.
Let me do my contribution first.
Probably.
Hey, down. FX.
How
Alrighty.
much you are aiming, Fawad?
What?
Like you told us you are doing a contribution in which thing?
Like,
He just liked the
Okay,
video.
okay, okay. I am just
Alrighty
making up
guys.
two fake accounts to like your stream.
Hey. No fake likes.
that that's not how it works.
That's cheating.
Yo, cheating is permissible if you want to win.
And who said that?
Me.
Okay, General Aladdin. Okay, let me just see if we have any sort of loose edges going around. Yep. Shade smooth and already. We got the blaze ready. Now it's time to make the ties for it or the grip. So for the grips, what I'm going to be doing is I'll be adding in a cylinder.
They supply. White, green, red, white, outside.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you are still with us, just type in what sort of anime are you watching nowadays.
The answer should be funny.
I mean, I know for a fact that Uzair watches anime. So Uzair, what's your favorite anime of all time? I think he's AFK right now.
Yep, he is.
extrude along normals. Gauge smooth. Okay, we got that right. Nah, that's gonna be a stupid idea. Mm, mm,
Well,
mm. Let me just put it like this. Control 2. And I'll just insert this part. And same goes for this one. Shade smooth. Okay, I think we are almost done with this one. Now we need to add in this cloth piece over here. And you know what? I might have another idea. Select everything,
Oh,
Alt S, just scale it down a tad bit, duplicate it, select everything, make it a bit thick. That's what she said, by the way. And delete vertices. Okay, so here's the plan, guys. This is gonna be the actual handle, and this is gonna be the sleeve that we see in the reference image. So yeah, let's just put it like this. And what we are gonna be doing now is adding in a curve.
Ready to have the most power over your music?
Arc,
Listen to your
no,
favorite
Bezier.
playlists and albums with every song flowing into the next, thanks to uninterrupted music listening. There's no one way to listen with Spotify Premium. Tap the banner to
Let's
learn
put it
more.
over here. And I'll come over here, geometry, extrude, And I'll bump up the resolution to 64 so we get smoother curves. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Control P, Control P. And this is the part where we are gonna be just tidying up things so we could start the texturing. So yeah, the model turned out pretty good. But you know what? I'm gonna be putting it like this. Let's just save it. And now let's fire up Octane. And this is gonna be path tracing. Don't explode. Don't. Good boy. It didn't explode. Yay.
Yeah, boy. Please know that.
So I'll just split this over here. And if I go to my end panel, turn these on. Now I'll go to shader editor, new. And before I do that, I'll go to my environment. Now I'll add in text environment, plug this in, RGB image, and in my downloads, put this to 1. Now we will start with the swords. Metallic material. I'll just plug this in. And what I'm gonna be doing now is adding in specular material. Nah, not specular material. What was that thing called? Yeah, RGB color. Okay, we got that right. And now I'm gonna be adding in the imperfections or the scratches. So for that, we'll open up bridge. What? Oh, I just opened my display settings. Now we'll go to local, scratched metal, go to files, and I'll just drag it and drop it like it's hot, and plug this into the bump. Okay, I'll just put this over here and add in a gradient map. Something like that. And you know what? I'll also plug it into the roughness and invert. Yep, just like that. And now since we are done with the black material, I'll just name it black metal. Now we're going to be making the shop part. So what I'm going to be doing now is coming to my materials, add another material, black metal, and I'll make a duplicate of it. And sharp metal. So if you go into edit mode now, I'll assign this new material. Okay, this looks pretty good now. Now we're going to be transferring these materials onto this one. So let me just see the reference image. Okay. So black metal and sharp metal. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's just save it before anything else happens. Okay, we got that right as well. Now let's texture the hilt. I think this one should be the black metal one. and we need a fabric sort of material over here. So I'm gonna be going over to Blender Kit, and where is, here it is, materials. We need texture based, and we need fabric. Yeah, this one will do. This is sort of the similar thing that I use for the Demon Slayer render. Wait, you don't know what Demon Slayer render I'm talking about? Well, guys, what you actually need to do is follow me on Instagram. You'll be able to see over there. What the? Pablo, is that you? Did you just came back from the dead? Ladies and gentlemen, one of my good friends, or more like a brother at this point, the great Pablo, just typed in. Put it into projection. Okay, we'll have to put it like this in order to get the texture that we want. And it shouldn't be brown. It should actually be black, so we're going to be adding in the color correction node, and I'll be putting it down, saving it. Yep, just like that. And I'll be applying the texture to this one as well. And since this is a curve, it's not going to be applying it until we convert it into a mesh. So we got that down. Now we're going to be creating the environment. But before we do that, if you guys are following along, hey, hit the subscribe button. And guys, I'm going to be taking like a 2-minute break. So yeah, be back in a bit.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Oh no. Take me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you. And the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So let's continue where we left off. We're going to be making the environment. And for the environment, I'm actually thinking of like an outdoor shot, something like a rocky terrain where these guys were just fighting and these swords just landed in X pattern. So we're going to be doing that. And for that, I'm going to be using Pixel Bridge again. So I already have like a couple of assets that we could use. Okay, I'm definitely going to be using this one, export. This one's obviously going to go in the background. And we might have to re-import the materials. Let me just copy the name. And you know, it would be better if I add in the camera. Control Alt 0.
Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by
Scale it up a bit.
lies.
Rotation Z.
You can see what you do.
And now we are actually gonna be 1080 by 1920. Putting it like this. And even before we start, you know what, let me just add the material for this one, then we'll fix the scale. Universal material, RGB image. I'm gonna be plugging it into the albedo. Give it a sec. Hello? Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Ah, no, not you, bro. The texture wasn't loading.
Okay. So I didn't know you can talk to textures.
Well,
I
now you
didn't
do.
know, sorry.
Now you know.
Magic.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So now the roughness. Boom. Plug it in. plug it into the normals. So yeah, now let's see the scale. I'm gonna be adding in a human model now. Yep, to be expected. Somewhat around over here. And now let's start making the composition for the scene. Cursor to selected, select it to cursor. Let me just put this one on the 3D viewport and this one on the camera. And just for reference sake, I'll add in a plane.
To give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling
Somewhat like this. Okay, that looks good. And for like the camera, what I'm gonna be doing now is I'll be turning off all of the extra gizmos, including this. And in my camera, I'll come over here to viewport and just putting it like this so I could see it better. Splitting this again because this is gonna be our shader editor. And I'll put this one over here. Put this over here. Save it up and let's just readjust this. Okay. Now let's make the ground, and for the ground oh, this looks interesting. We could also add this. Go to files, albedo, plug it in, Okay, I don't know why that texture went over there. Here comes albedo. Now, displacement. Where is roughness? Roughness EXR, but not like that. Okay, and you know what? I could probably use this one. Let me just make it into a different material. And if I come over here and in displacement, I add in a texture displace. Open this up. Put this to 4K. Somewhat like this. This looks pretty good now. It's still a bit too high for my liking. Let's save it. And just like that. Now let's change our HDRI. So we'll go to our world. I don't need a sunset. Okay. Now let's pull our focus. But before we do that, let's save the file.
Right now, you're listening to all your music on shuffle mode with the Spotify free experience.
We'll go back to
Explore
our
your
world.
favorite playlists and albums in any order and without hearing ad breaks with Spotify Premium.
Let's try another one before we switch to um okay, this one looks promising. And let's add some volumes in this one. Volumes, here it is. Clouds. You know what? First of all, what I'm gonna be doing is going to my camera. Let's remove the autofocus. Okay, let's see the cloud now. Let's add in a new texture. Save it.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words.
Mm.
Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never
I might have to find another HDRI. So let's just quickly do that. We're gonna be going to Polyhaven.
love the feeling?
HDRIs. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. I think this one might be good. HDR download. Okay, we got that right. Now I'll put the clouds on unselected mode so I don't accidentally start clicking them. If I come to our blade over here, I'll just put them like this. Take my metal, go into object, and do the same for this one. Okay, that looks pretty fantastic. We might need to add like a few foreground elements, and I'm thinking to just come over here, select my dust, somewhat like this. And if we go into our world, let's try to rotate the sky. Yep, just like that. I'll deselect that. Mm-mm. And if I come over here, I might even change the depth of field a bit. Okay, and I'll select the camera, just put it down a bit, and yeah, that looks pretty good. But what we could also do is add in a light over here, area light. If we come over here, put the opacity to 0, control number pad 0, just put this light over here and go back to our camera. Don't affect the volumes. And let's just save it. Put this to the 3D cursor.
Hello.
Well, look who's back.
I'm back.
Guess who's back? Back again. You feeling better now, Tala? I think this is good enough. Now we could probably tackle the other things in Photoshop. So let's just quickly do that. So let me just save it. And let's render it out. But before we do that, we're going to be going into our end panel, enabling denoise and denoise volume. Now if I come over here to my, where is it, passes, denoise beauty, compositor, use nodes, denoise beauty, save, and let's render it out. This was a pretty long stream, longer than I expected. Alrighty, so let's save the image now. Let's save the project file and close this and open up Photoshop. Now we are going to be going into Ichigo's folder. Let's open it up. First of all, let's convert it into a smart object. Control Shift A. We'll increase the clarity. Add in the texture. Reduce the vibrance and the saturation. Make it a bit warm. Pull down the exposure a bit. Now to the details, let's add in the sharpening. Yeah, that looks good. Add in some grain. Yep, that looks good. And optics, let's add vignette. Contrast. Okay, we are done with that. Now what we are going to be doing is adding in a LUT. Okay, this one looks really good. Now I'm going to be adding in curves. Okay, now this looks pretty good. Now we're going to be adding in the bleach logo. So I'll go to Google. I'll go to images. And save image. Now I'll go to color range, select the white part. Okay, to be expected. Okay, mode RGB. Now we'll go to select color range. Okay, now this looks good. Now I'll just double click it, smooth it out. And now I'll double click it. Color overlay. What the hell am I doing? Okay. Now I'll select this and remove the unwanted parts. Scale it up a bit. And you know what? Let's try something new. I'm gonna be putting it behind the sword. So let's just quickly do that. I'll go to my brush. Now I'll select this. Go to my brush. Now Control G. And I'll select the logo again and put the opacity back to 100%. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are almost done with our final render because this part over here, it's bugging me out. So what we could do is add in like a smoke probably. So do I have anything over here? What if I add this? You know what? This doesn't look bad.
Why don't you do some fiery stuff?
Ah, nah, man. That's gonna be a bit too much. That's gonna be a bit too much even for me. And what I could also do now is just make a duplicate of it. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Blur this out. Add in a mask. Okay, this looks pretty good. And I might just make it warm. And one more thing that I could do is filter, blur, motion blur.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are finally done with the render. So, boys, what do you think about the render?
It's amazing.
Hey, thanks, Uzair. So, yeah, Ali,
It's
what do you have to
amazing
say?
as usual.
Hey, everybody. Okay.
What do you think?
I think I need to, upgrade my game after 6 months.
I mean, bro, your game is already top notch. How far could you go?
No, man,
till
I can't even compete with
till he can achieve the level of Hassan Omar.
can't
He
even
can,
compete with
he can. I mean, bro, let's be honest. Everyone can achieve the level that I am right now. You just need to be consistent. You just need to have a visionary idea. And the biggest thing of all, you guys need to believe in yourself. These are like the three things that can put you to this sort of a level. And with that quote of the way, guys, God bless you all and your families. See you in the next stream. Bye. Easy.
Bye.
By
Take care, everyone.
They say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear